Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Jaguars versus Broncos NFL matchup on Sunday, October 30th, 2022. Here on YouTube, I do tons of free pick videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. We do free picks every day, sportschatplace.com, pickdawgz.com, right here on YouTube, as well as across social media and our live shows. And when you give out that many free picks, you're bound to like some games more than others. And to find out which games those are, as well as to get best bets from some of the top handicappers in the world today, head on over to our website, pickdawgz.com. Click on the Premium Picks tab, and while you're there, be sure to use the discount code 15OFF. You'll get 15% off all of your purchases at sportschatplace.com and pickdawgz.com. But let's get to this one. We've got the Jaguars taking on the Broncos. Of course, this game, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time start. This one in London, where the Jags have been the home team each of the last 7 years in the game in London. They are kind of the official team of these London games, as they give up a home game every single season to play this game in London. And the thing about the Jags, though, oh man, just 3-4 in these London games. You'd think they would be a little bit better. Of course, last year they beat the Miami Dolphins on a crazy set of circumstances at the end of the game, kicking a field goal. And after a reception, and I'm not really sure exactly how that all played out, but hey, the final score is the final score, whether we agree with it or not, and that was a Jaguars win. Thing is, Denver Broncos 2-5 on the season after acquiring Russell Wilson in the offseason. Hopes were high in Denver, but now at 2-5, a little less high. And now with the trade deadline looming on Tuesday, well, a lot of talk about these Denver players, big names, Hamler, Judy, Chubb, all have been discussed as far as potential trades. Meanwhile, it's the Denver offense that really has struggled, 32nd in the NFL in scoring. Now there's 32 teams, so that makes them dead last. But one thing we have to also remember, Russell Wilson's still getting used to these guys, and now he's banged up again. But this Denver defense has been absolutely rock solid. Number 2 in yards against, number 3 in points allowed. So Denver Broncos equals a lot of boring games, if you like offense. On the other side of this one, Jacksonville, I think this team is one of the bigger disappointments in the NFL this season as well. Big expectations that Trevor Lawrence was going to take his game to the next level. Etienne was going to be back. The Jags have been drafting high. But then you go out, you hire Doug Peterson, and you basically say, we don't want to win football games. Because we saw it's not the Doug Peterson that won the Super Bowl in Philly with Frank Reich as his offensive coordinator. This is the Doug Peterson that got fired in Philly 2 years after winning a Super Bowl. Not an easy thing to do, to be fired as a Super Bowl winning head coach. The Broncos 4-0 against the number in week 8 and 3-8 against the number, though, in their last 11 games. 1-4 against the number when playing teams with a losing record. The Jags just 8-20 in their last 28 games overall. 1-5 in week 8. 1-6 against teams with a losing record. Man, there is nothing good to say about either of these teams. The Broncos 2-5 in the last 2-5 against them in the last 7 meetings of these two teams. I don't care. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos. I can't stand what Jacksonville's doing. And Doug Peterson, it should be one and done in Jacksonville. Another revolving door head coach there. I'm taking the Broncos, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. Our betting tools are 100% free, and the way they work, they show you just how often all the bets on the board today actually hit. Then they show you today's odds, and from there, you can assess the risk reward, putting yourself on the bets that come in the most and pay the most. That's how you make money betting on sports.